So in today's session, we are going to cover mass recruitment. We will understand the challenges faced in various phases of mass hiring and will offer some solutions for the same. If there are any questions, then you have the option to type in. You can also get in touch with us after the webinar and we will be happy to cover anything that hasn't been talked about today. We will try to keep the session under 30 minutes, so let's get started. Before going into mass recruitment, let me state something on the general recruitment cycle and the plight of contemporary recruitment today. Talent acquisition is much more complicated than it was. Each phase of the recruitment cycle, from targeting the right candidate to a smooth joining process, has its own unique challenges imposed by evolving market conditions, technology, and other processes. Though many companies have got one phase or the other right, the bigger challenge is to optimize the entire recruitment cycle and ensure that each phase in itself and the entire cycle functions smoothly and efficiently. This slide describes the content of our presentation. We'll be talking about challenges, along with solutions, followed by some preparations for mass recruiting. So what is mass recruiting? It's a recruitment process where companies hire on a huge scale within a shorter span of time. Now, for example, take the case of Infosys. Their annual attrition rate is 18%. This means that 18% of their workforce leaves or retires every year, and that's a loss of 30,000 people every year. At the same time, it means that they hire 30,000 new employees each year. 30,000 people who will sign that offer letter every year to join Infosys. And forget about Infosys. Take startups, for example. They hire minuscule numbers every year and find it hard to hire the numbers that they set for themselves. So 30,000 is a really huge deal. This scale, this magnitude is mass hiring. This slide describes the typical hiring process. This includes sourcing, screening, assessment, and onboarding. With mass hiring, each of these phases will face challenges of scale. Let's look at some challenges relating to the sourcing phase of mass hiring. First, we have the challenge of finding a large number of prospects. Sometimes this can be difficult, so in order to do this efficiently, we need to mobilize all channels at hand. We need to go all out for job portals, consultants, allow walk-ins, hold campus programs, have employee referral programs, and be very active on social media. Another challenge we face is effective talent branding to attract the best quality candidates. Talent branding can be both a strength and a weakness. If you have good online presence with a lucrative career site and a great job description, this can drive good traffic to your job advertisements. On the other hand, a weak brand presence can deter people from even applying. So for effective talent branding, we need to have a well-constructed career site, and we also need personal approaches, which are way more powerful. We could have some online contests or be active on social media, spreading information about the work culture and the work environment in order to lure the audience and more candidates to apply. Another challenge is making our search extensive geographically, reaching different regions and even remote locations. In order to do this, we need to digitize the process. Online job ads on social media channels using job portals can give you this extensive reach. We also need to establish an effective response management system. This is necessary to be efficient. With this scale and so many online systems, it's easy to miss out on responses to candidate inquiries, which might again become a deterrent. All sources and communication should be from one platform and handled by a single team. Lastly, in challenges to do with sourcing is effectively managing the career interfaces. Mass hiring means that we'll be using a lot of different vendors and companies to assist in the process. It'll become a challenge to keep everyone updated on the status. How many positions have closed so far? How many more to go? Which job profile is closed completely? And so on. The best way to deal with this is to dedicate one single team to update career interfaces. Now we come to some challenges that have to do with screening. The first challenge is that we need to build a very quick screening process, that too on scale. This has to be both time and cost effective. Nowadays, there are multiple ways for quick pre-screening resumes through applicant tracking systems. It's more so an automated process where some parsing tools are used. Most of these resume parsers are associated with applicant tracking systems. Another really important factor to consider is how well a candidate can fit in the work culture. Do they have the right attitude and are they culturally compatible? Psychometric assessments can be the answer to assessing the cultural capability and right attitude of a candidate automatically. Let's talk about some challenges related to mass assessments and some of the proposed solutions. The first challenge is, how do we efficiently carry out the assessment process? Requirement-based online assessments are the way to go. These assessments could be auto-evaluated in the initial phases and manually evaluated in later phases. Manual evaluations can also include asynchronous recorded interviews. If you have decent processes in place, live digital one-on-one interviews can be organized online. You'll find a lot of platforms out in the market serving the above needs. Another challenge we have regarding assessments is identification of tools that make the process time and cost effective. With assessment tools, you will just need to spend some time analyzing their effectiveness and their pricing. Finally, we come to the challenges facing onboarding and management. First, how do we carry out a background verification check on scale? We recommend outsourcing this background verification to reliable service providers. Next, how do we optimize the cost per candidate acquisition? Eventually, it all comes down to being economical. This is all based on effective planning, researching the online tools in terms of pricing and effectiveness, analyzing the consultants and job portals on pricing and capabilities, and budgeting stage-wise. The next challenge we'll face is labor market competition. Oftentimes, the best candidates you see have multiple job offers. The solution to this is to hire 20% more than the number of open positions. The final challenge we come to is managing the entire process. Sometimes we're dealing with numbers as huge as 500,000 applicants, and the best way to deal with this is to look for an all-in-one solution where you can find applicant tracking, screening, assessments, and everything. So basically an all-in-one applicant tracking system. All right, now we've understood the challenges and the solutions. It's time to come to the action plan. More than an action plan, this is a preparation before kickstarting your hiring process. You need to understand the requirements in detail, lay out a comprehensive hiring plan, analyze the companies with which associations are expected, finalize the avenues for sourcing, finalize the tools for screening, assessments, and applicant tracking. Keep your hiring team ready and on their toes, and estimate the project budget for each step of the hiring process. Once you've done all the preparation and comprehensive planning based on the guidelines given in this presentation, just relax, enjoy your coffee, and watch it happen. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope this was useful. Do mail us or tweet us if you have any questions. We hope to see you guys in many more such sessions. Have a great day.